welcome to your hub of travel, art, cuisine, and culture. This is Trendz Travel. I'm your host for today, Eloise Goebel, and today we find ourselves in Hyde Park at the Art More Ceramics exhibition, which is hosted by the Charles Gregg Gallery. This exhibition is on until the 10th of September, so do come out and have a look. Right now, they will take you to Soweto at the 7 Colors Sunday Food Festival.
7 Colors Sunday attracts food and music lovers from all over Gauteng while providing a platform for young talented DJs to do their thing. We are in Jabulani, Soweto to check it out.
Every South African knows about the Sunday course, or 7 Colors Sunday lunches. The Soweto Theatre has put together 2 very popular markets, the Soweto Art and Craft Fair and 7 Color Sundays, at their uniquely designed space. A weekend of fun, family, food, growing local businesses and live music. The event showcases the beauty, passion and creativity that Soweto has to offer. Young aspiring DJs were given the chance to give the crowd a taste of what sets them apart. We caught up with a very busy event organizer, Simpiwe, who shared his vision with us.
Well, 7 Color Sundays is all about good food, good music, and great people, as you can see. So it's all about promoting local businesses, and the food. So it happens every last Sunday of the month at Soweto Theatre. As you can see, we invite all these beautiful stalls who always come set up and sell to the people and market themselves and do all those wonderful things.
Awesome. So whose idea was it?
Well, it's me and 2 partners of mine, Mbadi and Tepo. So it's an idea that grew from a show we do every first Saturday called Soweto Art and Craft Fair. So Soweto Art and Craft grew, and then we thought, let's diversify, let's make more opportunities, create more platforms. So we thought about that, sat with the general manager like 3 years back, who was Carl Johnson, and we're like, can we have this opportunity? Like, you're doing a nice job with Art and Craft Fair, let me give you another opportunity. So
And how has the response been so far with Sowetans and with people from Joburg at large?
The response has been good, man. We're steadily growing. It gets better and better. Our stores are usually happy in terms of the support, because it's all about that at the end of the day, So they're usually happy. That's why they always flock here. But it's growing nicely, man. It's growing nicely with more word out there, more interviews like this, more wonderful people from Joburg and South Africa can come join us, because we have people from all over South Africa actually come to 7 Color Sundays, So we got stores from even the East Rand, Vaal. So it's growing nicely, man. I'm loving how it's attracting the whole of Gauteng as well, and outside,
Okay. So the event is a great concept, but what I went there for is food. So it was time to taste.
Alright, so now we're gonna taste Marco's food. Marco, how are you?
Good, and you?
Fine. So take me through.
Today what we're serving on 7 Colors, we're having the spinach rice. I need to show you. There it is. Then we're having the vegetable. Those are mixed veggies, but we do it all in one. Then we're having the chicken, which is the cooked one. Then we're having the grilled one as well. Then here we're having all our salads. We're having 3 salads. Then the menu comes as package.
Alright. So who cooks?
It's me and my wife.
Okay. And who does the chopping and peeling?
I also help. Yes.
Alright. So what am I gonna taste today, Marco?
Anything you wanna taste for me?
Which was your favorite? What do you think I should taste?
I think all the variants here you have to taste. All are the best.
Okay, so give me a bit of something here. It's melted beetroot.
Yes.
How is it melted?
Is it because we've drained the vinegar that they normally put, then we put our own ingredients, which is our own sauces.
Okay. Yes. So you make your sauces from scratch?
We make our sauces, our own sauces. In all our food, the only thing we're using is our own sauces. We've got Marco sauces. Yes. This you'll think is chakalaka, but it's not chakalaka.
What is it?
It's a peas salad.
Okay guys, so this is what 7 Colors is all about. This is a 7 colored plate. Hi, Lebu.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. All right, so please tell me, what 7 colors do you have here today?
Okay, so what we have, this side I can show you. We've got our dumpling, which is parsley infused, and I've got in here my savory rice, and I've got my mild curry beef stew, and for my veggies I've got my spinach, which is mixed with bacon and red peppers, and this side I've got butternut with honey and mustard sauce with some feta cheese.
Awesome, sounds lovely. Lebu, can I taste the curry?
Certainly you can.
Thank you very much, Lebu. It tastes very nice. So how do you make the dumplings like that?
So the dumpling is a family secret. Instead of using water when you make the dough, I use inkobasi. Yes, so that's what makes it a bit different from the normal dumpling that you make.
Please tell me about your t-shirts and sweaters.
Oh, like amasweater wethu vele like are-reasonable yabona nama-price wakhona and awu-home vele ne-brand yethu vele i-representing Soweto yana kahle kahle like hayi ukuthi sisakethe abantu baseSoweto kuphela, but then mostly sifuna ukuthi like umuntu waseSoweto like wherever he or she goes like agcoke like a-represent proud uyangithola ngekabanye abantu Israel bayabhala like kunama-brand wabo manje thina sivele sakhethe i-represent.
Okay, so I'm not sure if dessert forms part of the 7 colors, but I'm going to talk to Kanye right now and she's going to tell me about her delicious looking cakes. Hi, Kanye.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I'm good, thanks.
All right, so tell me about your baking skills right here.
Okay, so we cater for only people with sweet tooth, okay? But now, depending on how sweet your tooth is, you can have something like our caramel and biscuit fingers, or you can have a cake which is not so sweet, and then we've got our brownies and we've got our dates and biscuit squares as well as our cake. So ranging your sweet tooth, you'll tell us as to what you're craving for that time.
All right, so let me try that. What's that?
Okay, that's our mocha fingers. It's got caramel, a bit of coffee and biscuits.
Okay, awesome. Let me try it.
All right.
Maybe let me do this one, eh? Okay. Okay, that's sweet.
That's what I'm saying. Ranging from your sweet tooth, you'll tell us what you're craving, and I'll advise you as to which one is the sweetest to the which one is least sweet.
But it's so nice and soft and sweet and yeah.
I know.
So what is it? Was it a biscuit? What does it fall under?
Well, it's basically a bar. So it's a combination of fudge and a biscuit, because sometimes I find that fudge is a bit overwhelming. So when you add a bit of the biscuit, it breaks the sugar and as well as the coffee. I'm sure if you taste it, you can taste a bit of coffee inside. Yes, so that's what inspired it.
Okay, very nice, very nice. I'm a coffee person, so this is perfect for me. Thank you, Kanye.
But the food is really nice. It's got different flavors. I don't know what was in the carrot or is it pumpkin, I don't know. It was quite nice.
What else do you like about this event?
The chill sessions, the music, the people, the vibe around it. It's quite nice. The ambience is quite cool. It's quite lovely. I like it.
You all having fun. You can see the food. Everything is this aside. You know, when you come to Soweto and you experience such, this is our everyday lifestyle. We all want to be like this every day. So I think a place like Soweto Theatre around here just made everything just come together. We are all united, you know.
So, next time you're around Joburg on the last Sunday of the month, make sure to take a turn and visit the 7 Color Sundays at the Soweto Theatre.
Now guys, we love hearing from you, so don't forget that you can catch us on Twitter and on Instagram using the hashtag TrendzTravel. That's all on Trendz on SABC.
we are losing the best of kids. People that fathers or pastors that comes from a church.
No taxi, nothing. We were not notified. I get to town, there's nothing.
I always say entrepreneurship are those that see opportunities where others don't.
You can't give me a bad deal. You can't cheat me. Because I'll read my own contract. I know what's going on in my contract. But I've never been afraid of a challenge. I'm one of those people.
I didn't know the difference between my money and the business money. Whatever money that came in used to be your money. You'd go shopping, driving all these cars, and you were forgetting to pay creditors.
If we're more diligent with how we utilize our money. So the great thing with this and my other job, being an advocate, is that in both industries, I sort of own my time.
Today, we're doing inner city buildings, we're doing commercial projects, and we're doing property development even within the township scale, and even now going to the extent of now even establishing offices in the States to be able to raise capital to invest in Africa.
Keep it locked to Bupilong every Saturday at 5:30.
Is he facing conspiracy? What is the nature of the corruption charges that he faces? But if it's a blatant kind of corruption case, he faces a potential 15 years in prison. And lest we forget, his father is in the dock in a few weeks' time, also facing corruption charges. So those parallels between father and son and the regime change in South Africa and what's happening with our courts at the moment will be something that is profoundly interesting, I think, to all South Africans.
Welcome back, guys. As I said earlier, I'm right here in Hyde Park at the Artemis Ceramics exhibition, something that you absolutely have to see. It is proudly South African. Right now, they will take you to another proud South African, the Zululand Wine Festival.
The town of Richards Bay in KwaZulu-Natal came alive yet again as people from near and far came together for the Zululand Wine Festival for a day of art, wine tasting, great music, and relaxing in the blue waters. The theme this year being Africa Unites, chefs from the continent came to showcase their local delicacies. For those who love shopping, the festival catered to them with great African-inspired beadworks and attires. We spoke to one of the organizers to hear what the idea is behind this great event.
We wanted to give something new, a new offering to the people of Richards Bay and Pangeni in Zululand. We wanted to give them something classy, something to look forward to, where they could taste food, different wines, have some good live entertainment. We also wanted to increase the tourism in the area.
But more than all the great fun on offer, wine was still the main thing that brought everyone together.
Hi there. Thank you so much for speaking to us. I see you guys have some, you're not allowed to call it champagne, right?
It's an MCC.
It's an MCC?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So you guys have MCCs. Can you tell us a bit more about the product that's in front of us?
Okay, Krone is from Tulbagh, from Twee Jonge Gesellen. It's actually one of our best MCCs we've got. They made MCC, so it's from the Chardonnay Pinot Noir grapes. So what they do is they use a little bit Pinot Noir and stuff to get the pink color and so on. It's been very popular in South Africa. It's actually one of the best selling ones we've got.
So what am I supposed to be tasting?
So basically it's semi-sweet. So you're definitely gonna, it's not as dry as your real brutes. So you're definitely gonna get some nice fruit flavors, and it's just very, very good.
definitely a bit sweet.
Yes, it's definitely a semi-sweet. So that's where the night nectar comes in. It's also the grapes is getting actually harvested at night, because then it's also not that hot. You know, it just makes the grape better.
Okay, awesome. I think I actually like it. Might be my drink of choice for today. Thank you so much, Annie.
It's such an exciting event. We are happy to be here. The wine is nice. The food is nice. It's really nice.
Okay. Which wines have you guys tasted so far?
Which one was that? It was Bayede.
Yeah. Woo! It's very strong. It's strong, but the king.
Yeah, like Bayede, yeah. Like Bayede himself, yeah, he's strong, but Libnandi, Lifunu music, all right. Localayo, nendawo right. Bese uyahlala, relax, nabantu right.
Yeah. Is it your first time at the event?
Yes.
You're coming back next year for sure?
Definitely.
Yes, we are coming back next year. Thank you so much, ladies.
The outdoor chef station was abuzz with activity, with many unique ways of cooking, and we were curious about what all the special dishes were.
What I'm doing now, or what you've just seen me doing, is an African cook or African recipe, basically coming from Uganda. Then that's where it started from. Actually, it's now going so far to up to now to where South Africa. But the way it's doing, it's a luombo recipe from Uganda. These are banana leaves. And the kitchen, the way in the kitchen that we do everything, we always to organize banana leaves and then the banana fibers, and then it depends what we are going to cook, because there are types of ruombo. So far we do a pumpkin ruombo, we do a beef stew ruombo, we do chicken ruombo and peanut ruombo. It depends on many categories. But so far now today we've done a chicken ruombo and pumpkin ruombo and peanut ruombo.
While some were tasting African cuisine and great wines, some opted to relax and enjoy the mini cruises on offer around the bay. But the fun did not stop, as the wine was still flowing and more African dishes were on offer.
Into ade ngizele namhlanje la ekhaya ukuzokwenza ukudla ade kuhlanganisa iAfrika yonke kahle kahle, ngoba sinokudla kwangaphandle ekuthiwa iluombo, then thina sasezonsenza okwala ekhaya okwangaphakathi sase sik-infuse kahle kahle sikuhlanganisa okwenza sikwenze sithi ahlanganeni singama-Afrika. Thina esikwenzile senze istamp sasekhaya, kodwa sasenza sas-infuse sahlanganisa nezinto zangale ngaphandle, kwaphuma into ekuthiwa isemp risotto. So sase senza nenyama yenyamazana, senza ipotki, yes, ipotki yenyamazane esihlanganise nosu usu okuwele isikaphu. Yeah, izona izo.
Mawucabanga abantu babuka ngathi bakuthandile kuphelile.
Kuphelile impela ngoba isekhona iluombo ke, sazokwenza okunye kuneluombo sizoyiseva ngekhasi lika banana ehlangene nabantu no chef base-Africa, kodwa cha impela bayaenjoy abantu ukudla, bayakuthanda impela ukudla kakhulu.
We came here as a band, Tutti Grooves. We partnered with the organizer Ulindiwe to be part of this wonderful concept, which brings about togetherness. You know, we're dealing with social cohesion here. So we want to bring our people together. This is a perfect example of a rainbow nation. So we say, let's just come and give the event. Have you seen the Tutti Grooves? What do you think? I mean,
I think it's awesome.
Oh, wonderful, thanks. Yeah, so yeah, we came here to bring that awesomeness, of which I think we did. And the event itself, such a wonderful event, such a powerful concept. We've seen blacks, white, Indian, even I don't know what, but in between. Yeah, and we were so touched. You know, we were able to bring those people together, dancing together, drinking together, eating together, laughing together. It was so wonderful.
If you ever find yourself in the area around July, make sure to check out this very unique and special event. Our our gig guide for the month of August, and we start off with an exhibition by the prize-winning South African photographer Sibella Blaney. His work explores his personal experiences as a member of the Zionist Christian community in rural Mpumalanga and Johannesburg. The striking imagery gives the viewer insight into the artist's own religious journey and his simultaneous status as insider and outsider, photographer and community member. This exhibition is currently running at the Wits Museum. The annual Simensig Vintage Day has become one of the most anticipated events on the Cape Winelands calendar. The day includes tastings, a masterclass, music, food, and family-friendly entertainment on the majestic Simensig Wine Estate with its panoramic views of the famous mountains of Stellenbosch. The Vintage Day celebrations offer true wine connoisseurs the unique opportunity of sampling a range of historic Simensig vintages. So grab your family and friends and enjoy a day out in the sun. The annual Rand Air Show returns for another day of tricks, stunts and demonstrations on the 19th of August, featuring old warbirds, helicopters, military displays, aerobatics and more. So if you are a bird at heart, make your way to the Rand Airport. Hashtag Duk Fontaine is coming to Durban again. Duk on Fleek Lifestyle brings you the Duk on Fleek all-white party at Views at 25 in Durban. Fleekers will be celebrating Women's Month in style at this exclusive establishment with a great view of Durban.
We will be taking a short break, but we will be back with more of Trendz Travel right after this.
Clientele funeral plans.
It's your final gift of love.
I chose the clientele funeral plan because it's affordable and suits my budget.
I chose clientele because they are an original. They've been around for a long time and I know within my family are in good hands.
I'm a farmer and I'm a businessman and I know a good deal when I see one. Clientele is a good deal.
Clientele is the name I trust.
SMS plan to 31043 and we'll call you back.
We've now passed the National Youth Policy, which guides all departments. Because when you talk about youth development, you're not just talking about what the NYDA must do. It's what every other department must do. Sports and recreation, social development, the police, and everybody else.
We need a solution. We need, if need be, let the president address us once a month and tell us what is he doing about youth unemployment.
Political consciousness that those young brave leaders had. You would remember very well that it was rife politically.
It's not actually operating in compliance with our rules and regulations. We really take stern action.
We all have a responsibility as South Africans to play our part in strengthening our democracy and building an ever better and prosperous South Africa.
Join your host, JJ Tabani, on Frankly Speaking every Sunday at 8:30.
SABC News celebrates Women's Month.
Now guys, if you're like me, then you absolutely love your food. And what would Trendz Travel be without a cuisine section? So here we go.
A group of Bolivian chefs who go by the name Somos Cale, or we're from the streets, showed up in a local square in the city of El Alto recently to bring gourmet food to passers-by.
uso de los pasamontañas es porque nosotros queremos pertenecer siempre en esa parte del anonimato y pues nos gusta ser ese tipo de espacio, ¿no? De estar en el anonimato y no alimentar egos ni decir que lo estamos haciendo, sino lo hacemos por el motivo, como te había dicho, de compartir y de democratizar la cocina, y ese es el objetivo principal de lo que hacemos en el Somos Calle.
The group calls their project Sabor Clandestino, or Secret Flavor, and they say they hope to democratize gourmet cuisine and highlight the high quality of Bolivian ingredients.
Genial, me encantaría que lo hagan más seguido, que lo hagan en la ciudad, que lo hagan en todo lado y que incentiven a todos a crear un arte sirviendo en un plato.
The We're From the Streets group members were dressed in black aprons and face masks and served their dishes to the gathered crowd out of wooden boxes similar to those used in markets to sell fruits.
Me ha parecido una muy buena actividad, sobre todo por lo misterioso, por lo negro, un poquito por lo oscuro, ¿no? Y no te esperas que de algo oscuro salga algo tan claro y tan bueno.
We're From the Streets posts events on its Facebook page, but only divulges the time and place 2 hours before each starts in order to maintain the event's spontaneity. Goat's cheese could be the solution for thousands of farmers who struggle to keep milk fresh in Kitale, an agricultural town in western Kenya. That is the advice from Patrick Wasike, an entrepreneur trying to popularize cheese making in the region. Every week he prepares a fresh batch of feta at his home. Wasike starts by sieving the milk, then adds bacteria culture to help the mixture ripen. Rennet, an enzyme found in the stomach of ruminants, is later added to get the milk to coagulate. After leaving it to set for at least 6 hours, the milk forms curds. The curds are then cut, scooped, and placed in perforated molds overnight to drain out excess liquid. Wasike learned the skill from a Dutch couple in neighboring Uganda, where they were running a training program. Wasike sells his Just Natural product to local shops and restaurants.
We make 5 liters of cheese every week, and that gives us about $15 per week. And this money is able to assist us run some of our activities as Just Natural CBO Kenya.
Rarely featured in Kenyan meals in the past, but with a growing middle class keen to sample healthy luxury foods, demand is growing, especially in urban areas. Wasike says he wants to help local farmers add value to fresh goat milk, which can easily go bad without the right storage, and enable them to boost their incomes. Cheese making is also another way for farmers to profit from excess milk supply. Goat milk is said to be highly nutritious. It is easily digested and has low lactose levels and allergic proteins, among other benefits.
The samosa that I've just eaten, it was with cheese, and it is really nice. I like the taste, I like the texture and the feeling on my tongue. It's really nice. And I'm happy about it because now it's not cheese we are getting from outside, it's cheese that is being made here.
Wasike is also spreading the word in schools and training agriculture students on how to diversify output. Wasike says his greatest challenge is marketing, as demand for the product in rural areas is still low. By educating more farmers about the benefits of feta, he hopes to raise awareness and consumer interest will grow too.
The cheese is really good. It's a new flavor. I cannot compare it to the milk, to the fresh milk or the sour milk that I've been taking. And this is a really good skill that I will love to learn and practice out there.
Info which makes it into a card, and then we put
It is Germany's favorite drink, but as the country's heat wave sends people reaching for a cold one, smaller breweries have struggled to keep up with demand. Microbrewery Maurice Fige said the problem is not the golden liquid itself, but rather having enough bottles and crates to fill it. The drink system in Germany means that bottles are sold with a deposit, which the customer gets back when they return the bottles to the seller. Bucho Fige, owner of the Bochum Brewery, said a combination of hot weather and summer holidays meant that empties weren't finding their way back to him as quickly as usual.
Ja, Bierknappheit nicht, aber es gibt Knappheit an Leergut, also an leeren Kästen und Flaschen. Und wir haben eben diesen Aufruf letzte Woche auf Facebook gestartet, um frühzeitig Leergut zurückzubekommen. Wenn Sie sonst hier gucken, stände das alles hier voll. Also das Leergut fließt nicht so gut zurück, wie das in anderen Zeiten geht. Es sind Ferien und viele Menschen sind natürlich in den wohlverdienten Urlaub gefahren und haben was anderes im Kopf, als zu sagen, jetzt bringe ich vorher noch meine Kästen weg. Dazu wollen wir sie aber jetzt für die Zukunft bewegen.
Fige took to Facebook to beg his customers to bring back the empties. The call-out has been successful and business is starting to return to normal as the sun continues to shine.
Ja, wir hatten schon so ein bisschen Lücken, haben wir dann schon gemerkt, dass wir also oben in der Flaschenabfüllung schon mal eine Stunde aussetzen mussten, bis der nächste LKW wieder mit Leergut kam. Aber jetzt merken wir schon, also die ersten Rückläufe von unserem Aufruf kommen jetzt schon. Wir hören aus anderen Städten, wo viele Kästen stehen, wo wir teilweise dann auch LKWs hinschicken, um die abzuholen. Also das kommt jetzt in Gang.
Ich liebe Bier und Bier geht immer, egal ob heiß oder kalt, aber bei so einem Tag ist es natürlich perfekt.
Ja, habt ihr damit wirklich Geld? Also sie hat auch schon early entry.
I'm such a fan of hot weather. The hotter the better, and beer is always great.
Yeah, I mean, a cold beer is, I think, better on a hot day than a freezing day. And there's sun out, which is awesome. It was supposed to rain when we were looking at the forecast a few days ago, so it's nice that that didn't end up panning out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you said
I wasn't lying about that for 22 years.
Also wir hatten zeitweise, dass wir Ware nur zu 50% bekommen haben. Aber mittlerweile entspannt sich das jetzt wieder, also geht schon wieder bergauf. Aber die hat wirklich so, dass einige Brauereien uns wirklich nicht beliefern konnten, weil eben nichts da war. Lag auch beim Wasser, nicht nur beim Bier, aber zum größten Teil eben war wirklich eben keine Kisten, keine Flaschen. Also wir hätten jetzt normalerweise, da ja Ferienzeit ist, auch ein Sommerloch. Das ist komplett ausgefallen. Also die Umsätze steigen. Und viel Wasser wird natürlich gekauft. Bier, Wochenende, sehr viele Partys. Also wir können uns eigentlich nicht beklagen. Der Sommer tut uns gut.
Not all businesses are struggling, and Retranke Hoffman has seen drink sales rocket as the summer just keeps on giving. For Panthers in Berlin, where cold beer is always freely flowing, the summer never ends.
So guys, we'd love to see what you're eating, what you're enjoying, what you're doing. So why don't you hit us up on Instagram or on Twitter on Trendz on SABC using the hashtag TrendzTravel. We'll see you in a bit.
Unfair dismissal, car accident, court appearance. Let Trendz Legal tackle your legal problems. Whether it is a car accident, unfair dismissal, uncontested divorce, unfair blacklisting, or a wrongful arrest, we have tough professional lawyers standing by to assist you.
With the help of Trendz Legal, I kept my job and I can support my family.
I definitely got value for money. It didn't cost me a cent, just my monthly premium.
There was one man with his lawyer against a big bank and I won.
Car accident, faulty goods or bad service.
You fired!
Unfair dismissal. No matter how big or small your legal problems, don't tackle them by yourself. Trendz Legal will do the tough work for you. SMS RIGHT to 32281 and we'll call you back.
We are losing the best of kids. People that are fathers or pastors that comes from a church.
No taxi, nothing. We were not notified. I get to town, there's nothing. I get
So TB continues to be the top infectious killer worldwide, claiming 4,500 lives a day. It is estimated that approximately 1% of the global population is autistic. So if you're on a medical aid, how well do you understand the benefit structure and how your medical aid generally works? And if you're not on a medical aid, have you considered belonging to one? So how much and what should you know about this condition? Is it curable? Can people living with epilepsy, for instance, play sport, drive cars, get employed? 7 million people around the world die annually as a result of tobacco use.
For Health Tip, catch Health Talk every Saturday from 9 to 10.
is not only about lazy days on the beaches, but it's also about experiencing the culture of the country or city that you're in. With that said, let's go to Burkina Faso, where we see all about their traditional clothing.
This fashion event in Burkina Faso's second city, Bobo Dioulasso, is a platform to celebrate one of the country's oldest traditional fabrics, the Coco Dunda. The audience was made up of hundreds of local residents and some officials who gathered to watch models strut down a street that transformed into a catwalk. The event was an opportunity for designer Sébastien Bazimo, who had been pioneering a revival of the Coco Dunda. In his workshop in Burkina Faso's capital, Ouagadougou, Bazimo works with tailors, going over designs for his latest collection based on the Coco Dunda fabric.
Pour moi, c'est donner du boulot à nos chères mamans qui travaillent sur pagne depuis des années et qui ne gagnent pas gain de cause. Et pour moi, c'est une manière de les soutenir. Et puis, surtout pour moi, le fait que c'est un produit africain. Et il est l'heure quand même qu'en Afrique, on retourne en arrière pour voir ce qui est de chez nous, au lieu de nous laisser envahir par tout ce qui vient de l'extérieur.
The art of Coco Dunda has existed for thousands of years. It was common in the ancient kingdoms in the region and was an integral part of the cultural and religious life. But unlike Faso Dan Fani, Burkina Faso's national cloth, Coco Dunda, lost its allure over the years. Designers like Bazimo have been using the fabric in modern designs to renew its prominence. Under his label, Bazemse, Bazimo says he is motivated and focused on improving the lives of women who traditionally practice cloth dyeing.
Ne kaladoni damina mena. Ne ya damina depuis 1987. 87 lo ya damina. Faut que c'est bima. Ba ke ntumi bolan ke bi bazin ke bon. Entre-temps, anana fenke atima siranyana mantugu. Bon, anana ke sisa karane la wula ka Coco Dunda ni don fenke la abi mode la do abi masera sisa don doni nya commencer tout. Ngo comme ngabara korolo.
Using handmade cotton fabric, dyers create unique patterns using string and candle wax, which ensures the designs last for a long time without fading. Dyers use different colors to create vibrant patterns.
De la petite fille à la grand-mère, tout le monde a ce don de faire la teinture du Coco Dunda parce que pour eux, voilà, aujourd'hui, c'est leur revenu, c'est ce qui les apporte aujourd'hui. Donc moi, je dis, ça apporte quelque chose à l'économie du Burkina Faso parce qu'aujourd'hui, on voit beaucoup de personnes qui se mettent dans le commerce du Coco Dunda, donc ça veut dire que c'est important.
Still, the Coco Dunda's resurgence faces several challenges. Burkina Faso produces more than 700,000 tons of raw cotton a year, but only 5% is processed locally. Over the years, the people have embraced more Western styles and cheaper imports from countries like China.
Mais lui, il nous a permis d'avoir un autre regard sur ce pain. Aujourd'hui, c'est un beau pain. On regarde plus la valeur du pain, la beauté du pain, au-delà de la considération qu'il y avait derrière.
Pour moi, je me suis lancé ce défi, apporter quelque chose de chez moi et apporter une touche Bazemse. Et je pense que le Coco Dunda a fait sa grande entrée dans cette mode burkinabé.
Bazimo believes with the right support, a viable local textile industry can be developed. Bazimo says he's working towards attracting a more international customer and has already received orders from clients living in the United States and Europe.
Tumisani Thikiso overlooks the vast Maseru landscape, reminiscing how he watched over his family's cattle as a kid. Just like herders in Lesotho, he wears a uniquely embroidered blanket, a cultural trademark of the Basotho people, a Bantu ethnic in the region. He is one of the designers who create these special blankets.
I have to design the blankets that is written the Basotho different things so that I can show them that Basotho is the people who are using the blankets always.
The history of the blankets is dated back to the mid-1800s, before the country became a British protectorate. In an effort to make the blankets their own, Basothos weave intricate details into them, making them a symbol and national brand of the Lesotho people.
Most of our children, they don't know what does the blanket mean. So we have to go back to the community and teach them about our culture and what does the blanket mean.
There are different types of blankets for different occasions. The Maholobela blanket, also known as fertility blanket, is worn by boys, preparing them for circumcision. The Lohokolo is worn after the boy reaches manhood, and the Motlot Lehi is worn by a man during his wedding ceremony. Women's blankets are different from the men's. They're designed to be pinned over their bosoms, whereas the men pin them to the right shoulder. Designers are now trying out unique designs to make a statement in the fashion industry. One of the most popular pieces is the colorful Siana Marena, meaning to swear by the chiefs in Lesotho language. Kobo collection by designer Thambo Maketa is inspired by the Basotho blankets.
I love designing things that have a story and a history to them, because I find designs like that they withstand time. It's not a trend, and I'm not trying to do trendy fashion. I'm trying to do items that people can invest in, and 5 years from now they can still take out and wear them.
Thambo not only uses the blankets but also designs capes embroidered in Basotho prints. She says her work has reconnected her to her roots and would like to trickle the same feeling to her customers who rock her designs.
To be able to take something of mine, from my people, from my home, and to be able to wear that with pride and to actually share it with other people as well. It's something that's exciting and something that, it makes me want to continue. And more than anything, having started the Kobo collection, it's also piqued an interest in me to learn more about my own history and more about where the Basotho people come from, and how Mushwasha put all those clans together. And there's so many stories still to be unpacked, still to be told, and I'm hoping to be able to share those stories through my garments and my creations.
The designers describe their creations as versatile compared to the blankets.
The inspiration came because I saw some fashion designers here in Lesotho dealing with jackets, making jackets out of Basotho blankets, which are the Siana Marena blankets. So I decided to bring something cool that everybody can wear, whether in winter, summer, or daily basis.
The Basotho blankets are also featured in international movies, like in the Marvel blockbuster Black Panther. In the film, it was worn by a community of warriors disguised as herders. The Basotho blanket has inspired and continues to inspire many to keep their traditions close, both in the country and across the borders.
Ukrainians from all over the country flock to what they call the Ukrainian Dead Sea, a saltwater lagoon in the southern Kherson region, which has turned into a recreational site due to its supposed therapeutic qualities. Alexander Nikitin, a tourist from western Ukraine, came to the lake to improve his health after going through surgery.
Оздоровитися, побачити, що в нас є в Україні. Виявляється, ми ж не бачимо, їздимо за кордон, а в нас є багато цікавого свого. піднімає і викладає наверх на воду, як поплавок.
According to local media, spas in Austria and Germany use mud and salt gathered at the lake in their treatments.
Украина, конечно. Ну, для омоложения, а в общем, я больше приезжаю сюда, чтобы все-таки работа сказывается, состояние нервы. Воно все-таки успокоює. Багато спрашивают, де ти успокоїтельний на цій роботі, ну не пив не раз.
Aside from its benefits for health, the lake has earned fame thanks to its unusual pink color caused by blossoming of water plants which grow in its salty environment. Tourists taking a dip cannot sink no matter how hard they try, as the lake's salty waters keep them floating on the surface.
Суставы вот плечевой левой. Сейчас поднимаю руку, то легче, не болит почти, уже не болит. Не мог вообще руки поднять.
The lake is located around 5 kilometers to the south of the village of Hiriokriva and attracts around 10,000 tourists annually. Local residents say the lagoon appeared at a spot where a fighter jet crashed in the 1960s and created a hole 40 meters wide, which was later filled by the waters of the nearby Lake Siavish.
Don't forget you can catch us on Trendz on SABC using the hashtag TrendzTravel. That's on Instagram and on Twitter. And come check out this wonderful exhibition.
The people who burn the spoon are our parents. They want us to have a bright future, but they are doing this.
Refrain from burning schools, refrain from burning property. I am not missing my words. Those that shall be found, definitely they must face the full might of the law.
Minister, they don't care first about the backyarders. And then we are sick and tired. And we are fighting, multi-family issues. That's why we want to go and build our shacks so that we can live with our children.
Our province is on the move all the time. The more houses are delivered, the more people move into our province.
Isibhlungu ngaphakathi ngiko sesenza intuthu njengaphakathi kwasempumelelo. Izindlu zethu enelempe angeke iziphele singakazitholi izindlu.
My opinion, Mr. Infantino and FIFA, everybody agreed that VAR is not going well. It's not going well, that's the reality. There's a lot of complaints. We just need to know who is refereeing the game, who take decisions in the game. We have the right to know, the people have the right to know.
Is he facing conspiracy? What is the nature of the corruption charges that he faces? But if it's a blatant kind of corruption case, he faces a potential 15 years in prison. And lest we forget, his father is in the dock in a few weeks' time, also facing corruption charges. So those parallels between father and son and the regime change in South Africa and what's happening with our courts at the moment will be something that is profoundly interesting, I think, to all South Africans.